Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be pulling out one of my older palettes, but definitely a favorite in my collection. I'm going to be using my Colourpop and Disney It's a Princess Thing palette. So here is the color story on the inside. Lots of beautiful shades. So I was talking to a lovely individual in the comments of one of my older videos using this palette, and they were planning on purchasing this palette, and I offered to do another tutorial, a more updated view of this palette, and just create another look with it. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I want to try and create a more fall tone look with it today. This palette is not very fall themed in my personal opinion, but I have an idea for a look, so I'm just gonna kind of go with it and see what we can create. So the first shade I want to start out with is the shade Grumpy. And this is just a nice kind of peachy brown tone matte. So I'm just taking this on a nice fluffy brush, and I'm going to run it through my crease. So like I said, this palette is a bit older in my collection. I purchased it right when it released just because I was super excited. I'm a huge Disney Princess fan, and this was one of the first collaborations that I had seen when I started getting into makeup. So it was definitely immediately in my cart right when it released. And I'm so happy I purchased it. I absolutely love this palette. As you can see, the shade is nice and pigmented, super easy to build up, and it just creates a very nice initial transition shade. Next, I want to take the shade Chip, and we are just going to use the shade to blend out the very top of the crease. This is how I like to use these kind of matte cream off-white shades, or just to blend out or lighten up my looks. So this isn't gonna really show up at all, but it's just gonna help that blend right at the very top of the crease. The next shade I want to take is Abu right here. This gold packaging is very reflective. So I'm gonna pick this up on a slightly smaller fluffy brush and just work on deepening up the crease with this shade. I have said this in quite a few of my videos, but I like to focus a lot of the product when I start deepening right in my outer corner, and then when there is less product, I will bring it in through the rest of the crease. That is just personally how I have found that I like to do my eyeshadow, but obviously if you're going to recreate these looks, do whatever works for you, but that is just how I like to do my makeup. So I'm just focusing this one slightly lower in the crease, and then I will go back in with the previous, or the Grumpy shade, and just blend out the edges of both of these, just so we get a nice seamless look. Alright, next to add some depth, we are going to take the shade Beast, and this one is one of the ones that has some glitter pressed into it. You could see there. But I typically do just use these shades as mattes. The glitter shows up a little bit, but for the most part, I can just blend it away. So I'm going to focus this right in the outer corner. Like I said, majority of these deepening shades, I like to focus right out here, and then I will slightly start bringing them in. But I just want to add some nice depth to this look, but keeping it on the more warm-toned brown side. And I think these shades just work really nicely together. I'll just bring it through the crease when there's less product, And then, of course, go back and blend with the previous crease shades. I always just like to make sure everything gets nice and blended together. Okay, the next shade I want to take is Magic Carpet, I think. I'm debating between both of these purpley shades. I think I'm going to start with Magic Carpet and see how that looks. So I'm just going to pick this up on a packing brush, and then I will wet my brush for this one. And I'm going to focus the shade right on my outer corner. And just add this nice darker purple shade. It's not showing up super purple over the brown, so that's why I am debating going in with Poison Apple, which is that lighter purple, which I think I might do. Okay, I think I'm gonna try it, and if I don't like it, I'll just tap Magic Carpet over it, but I'm gonna take Poison Apple. And once again, just pick this up on the brush, wet it a little bit, and then this is just going to connect right to the Magic Carpet shade we put down. And I'm kind of just going to blend these two together in the outer corner, because I want a nice purple toned outer corner for this look. And I think a combination of these two shades is exactly what I will be looking for. So I'm just going to go back and forth with these two and blend them together till we get a nice purpley outer corner. But these shades are so pretty. The shimmers in this palette, I think, are just gorgeous. Alright, so typically what I would do is pack a more orangey tone shimmer, but this palette doesn't really have that, so I want to take the shade Triton right here and use this kind of for the inner portion of my lid. This is a bit of a satin shade, not really a true shimmer, but not a true matte either. So I'm going to wet my brush with this one as well and pack this right in the inner portion of my lid. Because this is one of my favorite kind of fall tone looks to do, is a purple outer corner with a warm orangey toned inner portion, but like I said, I don't really have that option with this palette, so I'm just gonna work with what I have and pack this one in, and then I will blend the two together. Alright, I think I'm liking what this is looking like, so I'm going to move on to my lower lash line. I'm going to start with the shade Grumpy, just on that fluffy brush we used through the crease, and just run that right along the lower lash line. And this might be all I do, just because I've said this in previous videos as well, but I just feel like blown out, colorful lower lash lines just do not look good on me. I just can't seem to figure them out. They look so good on other people, but I guess I just need to practice more, but I definitely like to play it safe when it comes to my lower lash line, and I think the lid is the star of the show in my opinion for this look, so I think that is where I'm gonna just end the lower lash line. So then we will go ahead and pop the shade Prince Charming right here in the inner corner. So we're just gonna pop the shade right in the inner corner. It is gorgeous. Just a very blinding inner corner shade, and that is where I'm going to end this look. I'm gonna go add some mascara and be right back. Alright, here is the final look. And my eyes started watering a bit in the outer corner, so if that looks a little weird, that is why. But I am quite happy with how this turned out. I think it's a nice kind of subtle Halloween fall look, and I think it turned out really pretty. So let me know what you think, and I hope this provides some good inspiration if you have this palette, if you're looking to get this palette. And I always forget to mention this in my videos, but if you are looking for inspiration on any of the palettes that you know I have in my collection, I do have a board on my Pinterest where I post all of my looks. It's separated out into sections by palette. If you want to go look there, I will link it down below if you are interested. So basically any look I've created for my Instagram or YouTube is posted on that board by palette. So if you have a palette and you're looking for some inspiration, be sure to check there if you are interested. So let me know what you think of this look. Let me know also what else you would like to see from me. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. And with all of that said, I will see you in my next video. Bye!